Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new episode of the Civil Canadian, and I'm Scotty V. Now, this whole week it's been all about Spider-Man, so we're going to be talking about the rumors of Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, before we talk about those topics, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, and notification bell so you don't miss a single thing. Okay, so rumor has it that Norman Osborn will be the main villain, so that's William Dafoe's Green Goblin, and he's going to be putting a version of the Sinister Six together in this film. And you know what? It'll be pretty interesting to see why Norman Osborn is going to do it and what's his motivation. I think from some of the rumors or the leaks that were coming out from the internet earlier this week was he wants to get an arc reactor to power his suit and glider, which is pretty much the same thing throughout all the Spider-Man films. Always has to do with something to do with Tony Stark. I'm fine with that. It doesn't bother me so much. I know a lot of the YouTubers and other people out there have been speculating. What does the title for No Way Home actually mean? Does it mean that Spider-Man's going to go to the Sony universe and get stuck there? Or is it going to be something completely different? Or is they going to recast Spider-Man for the MCU? Or the Sonyverse, I should say. But in that case, it's actually the other way around. So the villains of the previous Spider-Man movies from the Tobey Maguire era and the Andrew Garfield era will be coming into the main MCU continuity, and they have no way home. It's pretty interesting to see. It could also mean double meaning as well. Like the villains are stuck in the MCU, but Spider-Man can get stuck in the Sonyverse. So it'll be pretty interesting to see what the story is going to entail. And also, if you guys were hoping to have this whole story arc of Peter's identity being revealed for the whole film, sorry to break it to you, they're going to deal with it really, really, really fast. So within the first act or the first half an hour of the film, from what I was reading from these scoopers or scalpers or whatever they're called on Twitter, that they're going to resolve that issue pretty fast. And it has to, because Kevin Feige did confirm that this Spider-Man movie is a multiverse film. So they have to wrap that storyline pretty cool. And what made Spider-Man Far From Home so great was Mysterio outing Spider-Man's identity. And they're going to have to wrap that up pretty quickly, because you have to. If you're going to have a multiverse film and potentially have the other Spider-Man and their villains come into the film, you need to wrap up that story arc really, really quickly. Now, the big rumor was, which I talked about earlier, was William Dafoe's Green Goblin showing up and putting together a version of the Sinister Six. I don't know if that's true or not. Remember, any rumors or leaks that does not come from Marvel Studios or Sony Pictures themselves, take it with a grain of salt, because you never know what's true and what's not, because then you're going to build your expectations too high, and then all of a sudden you watch this film, you're going to be totally disappointed because this person or that person didn't show up in the film. So that's the big rumors of the week for Spider-Man, that William Dafoe will be the main character or the main villain of Spider-Man and Spider-Man No Way Home, because he's going to be putting together the Sinister Six, and he wants to get Tony Stark's arc reactor to power up his glider or his Green Goblin stuff. I don't know if that's true or not. If you feel like this movie already has so much packed into it, yeah, it does sound like it. But Marvel Studios knows what they're doing. They can manage it pretty well, no problems whatsoever. So if Sony were to do this movie on their own, forget it. Nothing would get done properly, because you got all these villains coming in and all that kind of stuff, which is okay. I'm fine with that. We got Dr. Octopus confirmed, Electro confirmed. Now the other rumors were stating that the Lizard, Rhino are also coming into the film. I don't believe that crap. I don't think they would want to bring in the Lizard or Paul Giamatti's Rhino. They could bring Rhino. They can cast someone else totally different for Rhino, but the rumor has it that those guys are going to be coming back into the film. I don't believe that. William Dafoe's Green Goblin, so. I can believe that, because we still don't know who bought the Avengers Tower in Spider-Man Homecoming. So, like I said, make sure to take all this news with a grain of salt. Apparently, Marvel is going to do a big announcement tomorrow, but from what I understand, it's Marvel Comics, not Marvel Studios, so don't get your hopes up. And the marketing tools and the marketing plans is all for Sony for Spider-Man, nothing to do with Marvel and Disney. Alright guys, make sure you leave a like, share, subscribe, leave a comment on what you think about these rumors, and then I'll see you on the next one. Be good.